Round 2, baby. We got entitled people in one corner and the judge in the other. What is it the announcers say? In the red corner, we have entitled people. Are they color-coded?
He promised to pay for your wedding dress.
Yes.
Which I assume you have.
I am making payments on the wedding dress.
So you don't have it?
I do not have it. It is still at the dress shop.
Well, I would stop making payments on it.
If I stop making payments on it.
Because he's married.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. He's married and she's paying for a wedding dress that is meant for like their wedding? And Judge Judy's like, nah. Stop making the payments because this man is married. Is that the tea I am sipping right now?
What do all these people do for a living?
So everyone just kind of has their own job. Nick's dad's a truck driver, so he's...
Well, Nick's dad isn't there all the time.
But he's the provider of the house.
There are a whole lot of deadbeats living in this house who have no source of income. It sounds like something out of Pinocchio and the land of lost children.
Yeah.
Judy! That is wildly savage.
I want to see what you claim the damage is to the car.
The car
when
was
you
already
read this.
damaged.
I don't want
The
to
car
hear
was
you.
already
I
damaged.
don't want to hear you. When you come prepared for court, you had 2 things that you had to be prepared for. A payment in May and a payment in June. You got a whole lot of papers there, but no proof of payment because you work a full-time job and you're busy. I work a full-time job. If I knew I was coming to court, I would have those things.
In any situation, I feel like you go to court prepared. You bring evidence if you want any chance of winning your friggin' case.
I didn't have a working phone, and the phone I had before we got here was destroyed, so I don't have that.
You know, everybody comes here. It's really so odd.
I don't know if I believe that.
I have these cellular phones, and while I have replaced them periodically, like once every 7 or 8 years, they never get destroyed. You know how many people stand there and say, my phone got destroyed, it was run over by a truck, it fell in the lake, I would have had the evidence, you know.
I don't know if I believe that. I feel like Judge Judy probably asked her to show her something and she's like, well, I don't have a phone. I don't have the other one, and then right before I came here, this one got destroyed. But she just said, if you heard, that it was thrown against a wall. So maybe that's some tea in this whole story.
She got up to go to the bathroom, and then I actually did not see what...
I'm not believing you. I just want you to understand that. I know she's your roommate, and I know you still live with her, and I know it's a problem. If you feel as if you can't answer my questions because you don't want to be homeless again, sit down. But don't lie to me. Geez. Do you understand?
Yes.
What's your pleasure?
So...
What's your pleasure? You can either sit down or tell me what happened.
I'm going to sit down.
You can either sit down or tell me what happened. Perfect.
Oh, Judge Judy really making people do some inner work. It was honestly like they had a therapy session in 30 seconds. She like looked at her and she's like, this is what's happening. Reflect inwards, take a second, and decide what you're gonna do for yourself here.
People's Court with Judge
needs
Julia.
a serious adjustment.
Well, they're young kids.
No, they're not. She's 24. I was a lawyer at 23. She's not young. She's 22. Oh, well, that's
22,
completely different.
22.
All right, she's 22. Yes. You have come to court to sue for $1,500 because the man gave you the wrong cake. Seriously?
Yes.
What happened? Because apparently it's a big deal. It ruined the 22-year-old's party. She stormed out of her own party. She couldn't take the pressure of the fact that there was no rum cake there. So tell me, how do you sleep at night?
That is so ridiculous. It is as ridiculous as I thought it was going to be when I saw her that angry. I was like, there's got to be something to this story that is making her this angry. Your 22-year-old daughter was so angry about her birthday party cake and it not being a rum cake.
Have you ever written anything before?
No, I have a background as a journalist, but not
But you've
book writing.
never written anything before.
No.
And Ms. Van Arsdale, I don't say this in any way to denigrate the idea, but usually when somebody who is not a known person wants to write a memoir, it's usually a vanity piece that they self-publish and they make, 100 copies and they give away to their friends for Christmas or Hanukkah. And they pay a writer to write that. I know a lot of people who do that. They think that their lives are interesting, and their lives are interesting mostly to them, but maybe to some other friends. But, even people who have wider celebrity have trouble selling memoirs.
This was like one of those, it was like so passive aggressive. Like, I'm gonna destroy you with nice, kind, and calm words. The power behind what she was saying and how degrading it was. Point taken.
Just for your information, Mr. Holland, if I went to a party and my ex-husband was there, who is a terrific person, and I like him a lot, but let's say I didn't, and I went to a party and he was there and I was uncomfortable, you know what I would do?
You would have left.
Right. I wouldn't say, I was here first, you have to leave. She says, I'm not uncomfortable that you're here. If you're uncomfortable, leave. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Get out, grow up.
I'm sure we would all like to say to anybody in this world that has ever made us uncomfortable, like, you made me uncomfortable, leave. But that's not how life works. Sometimes people make things uncomfortable and they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. But the good news is you can. And you can leave the party.
As we move on here, is going to be whether or not that person over there is a mature young man or whether you made a poor decision. And there'll be various views about that. My view will be correct. What you will not do is walk away from my court taking anything that he says as anything disparaging towards you. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Because his opinion matters for nothing. Ooh. You are a perfectly beautiful young person.
Aww. Thank you.
And you understand. External beauty fades, but stupid and unkind sometimes is forever.
Damn! Oh, he didn't even look at him when he said it either. He was looking at her and he's like, I'm talking about you over there, sir. You are the dumb and stupid that lasts forever, or whatever the word was.
She has all the invoices.
No, she doesn't. Watch this. Do you have it? So now you show me, because you placed the order, so it should be no problem for you to prove that to me. Because I know you didn't prove it to her, because she basically is rocking a shotgun and saying, don't come to my property, and you still haven't given it to her. So I know she doesn't have it. Because in the same breath that she's doing this, she is also saying, you never gave me, you never ordered everything. So no, she doesn't have it. You have it.
Listen.
Yeah, you listen. Tell me where it is.
In your yelling, he did say, I don't have it. Honestly, you probably would have yelled more had you heard it when he said it. But he was quick to say, I don't have it.
Why are you deducing that his presence in front of your house would be to kill you as opposed to get his daughter from you, his 14-year-old daughter?
She was already returned.
I'm not talking about the big hiding incident with helicopters. I'm talking about after that. After that, the probation officer went to your house and she was there, and you both looked me in the face and she's welcome there anytime. It's perfectly legal, and I'm going to keep welcoming her there.
That's what the judge said. I'm not going against the judge's order.
Do you hear what I said?
Yeah. I'm talking about.
I don't think
I'm
you
talking
do.
about real
I think I'm
judges in
talking to a
Rochester.
freaking wall. That's what's happening here. I keep talking and nothing's going in your thick head.
That's
because you're so busy trying to be right that you don't understand the position. Get out of my courtroom. Okay. I've had enough with your laughing.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guy was oh, you won't be laughing now. I knew it. He was too sassy from the start. If you're gonna be sassy, at least make it classy.
Because in the end, you pick the person over being right. Because it should matter to you. But you know what reality she has to live with forever? She didn't. She didn't matter enough to you. Do you know how sad that is? That your own flesh and blood didn't matter enough to you? No one mattered to you enough for you to put loving them and missing them over being right.
Oh, she's crying. I think in the first video, round one, this was the baptism story between a mother and daughter, I believe. And I saw parts of her being really sad and stuff. This is the fuller spiel. This is really emotional. For context, the mother basically, it was something they were arguing over. She did not believe in having her daughter's baby baptized or not baptized. Like, that's where it was a disagreement. All right, guys, round 2 of Entitled People versus the Judge. Do we go to round 3? I could announce it again. I could do it all again. Y'all are like, no. End the series right now. I'm gonna get it for you guys. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. I'll see you tomorrow.